You have the basics down, your island strum is strong, but now you're bored and you feel stuck. What do you do from here? Here's a great rhythm that you could use for finger picking, for strumming. It sounds like you're doing something pretty complicated, but it's really easy. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to show you how to combine the strumming rhythm, the picking rhythm, and your island strum too to really spice things up. So this is what it sounds like strummed. Now it sounds like a chuck, right? But you're not chucking at all. What happens is that I'm strumming and then I'm going to tap. So I'm going to take my palm and I'm going to mute my strings. Like that. So a little slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and strum, tap, strum, tap. You could use this with finger picking too. Really makes it sound like you're doing something complicated, but really it's not complicated at all. So it'll sound like this. This works really well, especially if you have a low G. If you had it with a high G. So high G, low G works for everything. I love the low G because it just adds that extra depth that I really enjoy. You have the high, low, that contrast. So what's happening there? Same rhythm that I did with the strumming and the tapping, but I'm going to be picking. I'm going to choose the good old C chord here because when you're learning a new technique, especially with your strumming hand, it's best to keep things simple over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assign these 3 fingers right here, my thumb to the C string, and my index to the E string, my middle to the A string. And then I'm going to be pinching the strings. Do you see that, how I'm pinching them? And then I pull out. So how do I pluck them? Is that it's kind of like I'm hooking my fingers slightly underneath these 2, and my thumb is going to be pinching down. It's like the pinch and you pull, pinch and pull. And then there's a tap. Pinch and pull. And then pinch and pull, tap. So pinch, pull, tap, pinch, pull, tap. The more you work with it, the more of a fluid motion it's going to be. So instead of boom, boom, pull, tap, it'll be a pinch, pull, tap. Like that. Now if you notice, my hand isn't going, way far away from the ukulele. It's just a very slight and subtle motion. Just remember, the more you pull away from the instrument, the more distance you have to cover to get back to where you need to go. So you don't need that much. Now, if you want the high-low like I was doing before, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pluck these 3 strings. Then I'm going to move my fingers closer to my nose, 1 string each. And my ring finger, if you feel Olympic, your ring finger can now pluck the A string. So each of these 4 strings has a string buddy, so to speak. Like that. So I have. So how do you use this within a context? You could take a song that you have island strummed your whole entire life, and then you could just add the finger picking pattern to it and just give it like a really soft and subtle, intimate feel. You could also strum, tap an entire song, because that's going to add some space. That tap. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the all right, now we've picked. When the night has come and the land is dark. Yeah, you hear that? Like, oh my gosh, that sounds really pretty. And then once you get to the chorus, you could start strumming your island strum. Darling, darling, stand by me. Almost forgot the chords. Oh, stand by me. Then pick when if the sky look upon. I should really have the chords in front of me. Oh. Now, with that song example, you could switch things up a bit. Make the verse a picking verse. And then when you have a pre-chorus, start strumming and tapping, or then switch to the island strum. You really get to choose your own adventure. If you liked that Stand By Me example, hey, I have a tutorial for that that's over here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.